Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Kickoff Discussion podcast. Well, Arsenal are off to a brilliant start after they beat Wolves 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Well, I'm so delighted that we won the game, and this is a good 3 points for us at the beginning of the season. In this video, I'll be discussing briefly about the tactics and game plan because I've already done that in my previous video, which I will add the link into the description of this video as well. If you haven't watched it, go and check it out. I'll discuss about the key moments in the game, I'll discuss about the individual performances, and I will drop my own prayer rating based on their performances in this game. Now let's get to it. As I've discussed in my previous video, when Arsenal are when we are in first phase of the build-up, Alexander Zinchenko inverts into the midfield. We end up in a 3-2-2-3 shape where we have Thomas Partey and Alexander Zinchenko as the top view. Then we have Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice pushing high up the pitch behind the second line of pressure from the opponents, and we have Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka and Martinelli. They all play from the flank, and as well we have Kai Havertz who play as the center striker. Majority of the time, there are a little bit of dynamism that happened in this game compared to what I discussed in my last video, which means when Alexander Zinchenko inverts into the midfield, we have him and Thomas Partey as double pivots. Then they form a box-shaped midfield with Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice behind the second line of pressure. The dynamism that happened in this game, sometimes you see Martin Odegaard dropping deep behind Thomas Partey and Alexander Zinchenko to receive the ball, and you have Kai Havertz who drop into his place to complete that box midfield with Declan Rice, Thomas Partey and Alexander Zinchenko. Sometimes you see Alexander Zinchenko wide, you see Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz and Declan Rice completing this four-man midfield and box-shaped midfield, So it is a game, I said in my last video that Mikel Arteta like fluidity, and that dynamism is what I love most about Mikel Arteta. Because if you want to play in the Premier League, you have to be dynamic, because if you are predictable with your formations and your tactics, you have your opponent. The opponent as well, they are very smart. You have them shut down the spaces that you think you will explore. But with the way Mikel Arteta set up his team, I think there are a lot of runnings behind the opponent's line, the opponent's back line, whereas they wouldn't know who is going to pick up all those spaces, and that gives Arsenal, it gives us a lot of chances. We create a lot of chances whereby we have 16 shots at Wolves' goal, and we ended up with 6 shots on targets on this occasion. So there are lots of things that happen in that game that I'm very delighted and I'm happy with the way Mikel Arteta set up this team. And going forward, I think we'll still see some changes. We'll still see a lot of changes from this point onward. Now moving on to the key moment in the game. Kai Havertz got us the opening goal in the 24th minute of the game through an assist, through a perfect cross from Bukayo Saka, and Bukayo Saka also got his goal in the 74th minute to double the advantage for Arsenal. As I said earlier, the way Mikel Arteta play, there are a lot of chances created from these tactics, whereby we have Thomas Partey who end up on the edge of the box. He had one shot, but it's off target. The first attempt that he got, he missed it, and he didn't make the right connection with the ball, because the ball was coming from the line. He was trying to shoot with his left leg. He missed, and if it happens to be Martin Odegaard in that spot, it may be a goal, and that is the beauty of this tactics from Mikel Arteta. It's just a beautiful way Arsenal will play this season, and I think it will give a lot of problems to our oppositions. And the goal for Bukayo Saka, it was a brilliant goal from him. We've seen him score this kind of goal on numerous occasions. And for me personally, I think at this point in time, Bukayo Saka is, I would say, he is the best right winger in the Premier League at the moment, because he has been consistent with what he do. He has been consistent and he has delivered on numerous. He has delivered consistently for Arsenal. So I'm just so delighted with his performance. Well, moving on to individual performances. Today, Kai Havertz, for me, well, he missed some chances which I think it should have been a goal. But as well, he got his goal in the game, which is a good thing. Let me start from David Raya. David Raya was outstanding today. He made great saves today. I was an header from Wolves attacker. I've forgotten his name, whereby he is already moving to his left side. So his reflex, he had to just stretch his arm and stop that header. For me personally, not all goalkeeper can do that, because he is already moving. He's already stepped to his left side, thinking he will nod into his left side of the goalpost. Whereas the guy was smart and he spun his head, he directed his header towards the right side. And for me, that stop was perfect. And David Raya, he was just so fabulous. He has some fantastic saves as well in the game. So for me, if I'm to rate David Raya's performance today, I will give him 8/10, because it was superb. His distribution was perfect. It was excellent throughout the game. So I would rate him around 8/10. Moving on to these two central defenders, superb. For me, from my own perspective, I will rate Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. I will give them equal rating, 9.5. For me, I will give them 9 from 9.5. And to the left back, which is Alexander Zinchenko, we know whenever he inverts into the midfield, he is comfortable on the ball. He did a lot of things to create space and break line with his passes today. And I will give him, for this game, I will give him around 7.5. He did not end the game, so I'll give him 7.5. Moving on to the right back, which is Ben White. Ben White was solid as well today. He did a lot of things. He did a lot of intersection in the game, and I'm so delighted with the performance. For me, I will give him a 7.5 rating for that performance. Moving into the midfield, Thomas Partey. I've seen a lot of people groaning that Arsenal team has grown beyond Thomas Partey. That's a pure lie. He played the full 90 minutes. Well, he had some moments where he gave the ball away on the edge of the box. You cannot be 100% sometimes in the game. However, he won duels, both on air and ground duels. He created 6 chances in the game. He breaks line with his passes. He had an attempt on goal. So for me personally, if I'm to rate his performance, I will give him an 8 on this occasion, because there are a lot of things he did in that game that was great, and I will not dwell on his shortcomings with the ball he gave away in the midfield, because just because he gave the ball away, I will give him a bad rating. No. In a game of football, you lose the ball, you recover the ball, and you have to do what you have to do in order to recover the ball. So he did what he had to do sometimes to recover. He made brilliant tackles in the middle of the park. So for me, I will give him an 8 for this performance. Martin Odegaard, fantastic guy. You know, he finds spaces where you think there's no space, and there are a lot of beautiful passes he did into the final third today, which I think our attacker should have done better with those passes. And I'll give him I'll give him a 9 on this occasion. For me, moving on to Declan Rice. Declan Rice was perfect today as well. Sometimes with these new formations, Declan Rice played a more advanced role rather than sitting deep in the midfield, and with Alexander Zinchenko and Thomas Partey playing as double people when we are building up, giving that freedom to attack half spaces in the final third. And sometimes you see him in promising positions in the box, which I think if he's got some good passes, I think he would have give Arsenal a goal in that game. So for me, I will give Declan Rice, I will give him a hit. I'll give him an 8 on this occasion. I will give him an 8 in this game. So moving on to our right attacking winger, which is Bukayo Saka. Perfect night for him. 1 goal and one assist. I think I have said it earlier. Bukayo Saka is one of the, I would say, is the best attacking winger, best right attacking winger in the league at this point in time, because his performance is consistent. It delivers consistently. So for me in this game, I'll give him a 9.5. I'll give him a 9.5 for this performance today. Beautiful goal from him, beautiful goal and beautiful assist for Kai Havertz. And again, moving on to Martinelli. Martinelli, well, he had brilliant moments in this game, and I think he should have done more. He should have done more. His attempts that he had, he should have laid that ball for Declan Rice, because Declan was so free. It could have been a goal for him in this game. So on this occasion, with what he did in this game, I'll give him a 7.5 for his performance. I'm moving on to Kai Havertz, which is the man that got us the opening goal. For me, there are moments where you see him. For me, he won lots of aerial duels today, and he was solid up front. And these are part of why Mikel Arteta was so adamant to keep Kai Havertz as Arsenal's central striker on this occasion. So for me, I will give Kai Havertz, I will give him an 8 for his performance. He lose some chances, but for other things that he did in the game, with winning, with his enthusiasm to win area balls in the opponent's half, it was fantastic with that all through the game. So I'll give him an 8 for his performance. And Gabriel Jesus as well. We have Gabriel Jesus, we have Julian Timber, who came on in the second half, and we have Leandro Trossard. Well, they didn't do much, I would say, but we've seen the brilliance of Julian Timber, what he can do on the ball and what he can give to Arsenal. It is so unfortunate that he sustained an injury which kept him out throughout the campaign last season, and this season I think we'll have more of Julian Timber. But with this performance today, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7 for his performance on this occasion, or I would say maybe a 6.5 for his performance. And Gabriel Jesus, sometimes he do too much on the ball, whereby he needs to release the ball to his teammates for us to advance, but sometimes he slowed the game down unnecessarily, and he did that in this game as well again. So for me, I will give him a 6 on this occasion. And Leandro Trossard as well, he didn't do much in that game. For me, I will give him a 6. Mikel Arteta for his performance. Lastly, I will Mikel Arteta for his performance. Overall, I will give him a 7.5, because with the way he sets up and with the way he arranged his team, I think he deserves credit. So for me personally, I will give him a 7.5. Well, for me, let me know your rating. Let me know what you think about these ratings and about this game and players' performances. Thank you very much for your support. If you are new, please kindly like, share, and subscribe. And if you are already here, please kindly like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I've been saying it, there will be lots of episodes in this season, in this campaign, and there will be interesting episodes in this campaign. And on Monday, I think I'll be dropping a banter episode with some fans, with Chelsea, Manchester United, and Arsenal fans. Will come together to drop a banter episode on Monday, so you watch out for that. So that'll be all for this video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in another episode, and bye for now.